Hi everyone, this is Felicia with FP Handmade, and I'm coming at you today with a craft room tour. So let's get started. So as we enter the room, I'll go ahead and do pan around so you can see the entire room before I go over each section. So this is my craft room, my home office, and my work from home office. So start here over there, and then that's my desk. That is a called a tank desk, for those of you who didn't know. And then we pan on around more of the craft area. And more craft stuff. Hope I'm not going too fast. And then we head around to the closets, which I'll show you in a moment. This shelving unit I have, a ras cart. And then we turn around and we'll go back to where I came in. So this happens to be the smallest room in our house, and yet it serves three purposes for me. So starting off is the work from home. So this is where I sit every day. I normally go into the office maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and I work here. I like facing this direction because it's not facing any of my craft items, so I don't get the urge to reach out and start crafting. However, I do have this storage system over here that holds some craft items. I purchased this from Michael's. It has the iris containers inside, and this is work, and then this is cards I've made. This is Valentine, Halloween, Easter, and then down here is some paper. I think it's Anna Griffin paper. And over here I have my cutie pies, my Funko Pops. I love the movie Aliens, Jaws, and Jurassic Park. And those are my individual artists. I have Prince and Michael Jackson. Up there to the right on the wall is a postcard from the Grand Canyon. In the middle there is a friend purchased that for me, I believe in Philadelphia. It's called A True Friend. And then behind there I have my program from when I went to see Hamilton a few years back. So I thought those looked nice on the wall. And then down here, starting on my desk, I have my planner pins, my music, and my work phone. So this, is part of my work area too. I'm able to open up my planner, write things in there. There are my planner pins ready to go. On the back there, I have a little stand that holds some of my favorite cards. I switched that out. That's a birthday card I received. And below that is a little Dollar Tree planner that I got, and I spray painted it. It's a boom box. And in the picture there, that's me holding a boom box many moons ago. Then we get over to my computer. I have a computer stand that I purchased from IKEA. And in that computer stand, I have die cuts, sentiments ready to go. Below there, I have these little trays that I got from Dollar Tree. This holds foam squares, and that one's empty. Excuse me. And that's what I usually put my die cuts in when I'm making things. Up there is a United States map. I love maps as well as globes. And in this desk, I have no crafty items in here. This is all my work. Not my work, but my home office stuff. My papers and everything for home office. On the left side of my computer here, I have all the tools that I use in crafting. I have my art glitter glue there, a white bottle, and then just all the other tools I need. I just recently purchased this Sweet Petunia glue dispenser. I'm kind of on the fence. I've only had it a couple of days, so I'm gonna give it a try. In the back here in the iPhone box, I have dot liner and other tape. I also keep my VersaFine in there that I use for all my black stamping. Over here I have my stamps for the name of my business, or not business, but my card making, FP Handmade, and then return stamp. And then in the back here, I have some cut aparts from some pretty paper that I've purchased, and I cut those ready to go. I use this book to write down measurements or anything that I'm working on that I need notes on. And this is my bill organizer. On the top here, I have this little container that I have die cuts in. Just some small little die cuts that I don't want to misplace. On top of my printer here, I have my favorite cartoon characters, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and the Mystery Machine. Some decorations there. And my high school senior t-shirt and my college diploma. Below that, I have a container that I store all of my scraps of glitter paper and pattern paper. And then this is 6x6 pieces that I use for any purpose. And then here are my card bases. I use pre-made card bases. I use the craft color only. On the right there is my light box that you can open up so I can take pictures of my cards. Below that, these are some cards that I received from family, friends, and crafty friends. Here is my favorite container. I think the most used thing almost in my craft room, and that's my paper scraps. I usually set it on top of this trash can so I can dig in there and get whatever color I'm looking for. In the little bag there are some Dollar Tree items that I want to redo. And in this box is my sealed, wax sealed kit. On the side of my desk, I have a command hook that holds my Cricut mats. And below that is my guillotine cutter by We Are Memory Keepers. Use that. Primarily the only cutter I use. Of course, an empty trash can. Isn't that wonderful? Over here, I have this container that holds my, it's wall art that kind of holds my washi tape and my stickles. On the table there, I have a container that holds all my new items that I need to use. And then here's my table, which holds my Anna Griffin Empress, which I love. I purchased that last year and have not regretted it one bit. And then back there is my camera stand for filming. Over here I have a square power strip, but it's not a strip, it's a square. It's a cube. And it holds all my cords for my iPad, my music player, and my light box that I take pictures of my cards. Below there is my Cricut at the top. Below that is the Brother Scan and Cut. And then on the side of the Brother Scan and Cut is the baby Cricut. That's what I call it, Cricut Joy. A friend of mine made the covers for me, which I simply love. Thanks, Jen. And on the side here, I have one of the kind of old school magazine holders that's holding all of my long plates for my Cricut, my Cuttlebug, and the Anna Griffin Empress, and some long embossing folders. It works out really well. On the side here, I have a cube that holds my photography stuff and my cameras. I don't need to really share that. And then next to that is a glass mat and a little bag that I use when I'm taking items to go. Here is my ephemera storage system. It's a pegboard that I purchased at Michael's years ago. They don't sell it anymore, but I love this. This has worked out so well for me. I usually don't like to see a lot of things out, but usually my back is to this even when I'm crafting and when I'm working, so it doesn't bother me at all. Works out really, really well. So then we go to the closet, and above it I have a sign that I made that says grateful. My plan was to change the name every year of the word, but this is such a great word and how I feel all the time, so I've left it at grateful. Let's check out the closet. So the right side holds my favorite things for crafting, and that's paper. I love my paper. This is basil paper from Joann. And then on this shelf, I have more basil paper on the right, but then I have pattern paper from that point on. Keep them in this, some of them in these little folders. If there's a certain collection, you know, like this is all 49th and Market. 49th and Market. This is Let It Be. Super pretty. Then I have loose like polka dots, and then I have my glitter paper that I purchased only from Cricut. I always say that. I have a few 12 by 12, and then some specialty paper here, some leather, things of that nature. Up top of that, the container, I have, excuse me, a little mini heat press, and then the little beauty wand back there I used on the little stuffed animals from Dollar Tree. You can squeeze them and heat press the name on them. And in this container, I have Anna Griffin paper, foil paper, or whatever you call it. A little sign that says, "Happiness is a journey, not a destination." I also have my Cricut mats up there, all the new ones ready to go on top right. Excuse me. Up top I have some die cuts. Then in the container it's my Mink machine. And then I have some crayons and paper and coloring books, and then some sentiments in the folder like Jennifer McGuire showed us how to do. Super convenient. And we go down, and then I have some paper, paint. And then this is kind of a hodgepodge of things, my Prima pencils. To the right there, I have poster boards. I'm always making posters for work or for other people. On the right, some mailing boxes, as well as some bags that I got really cheap at Hobby Lobby. Excuse me. And then in this Sterlite container, I have all of my adhesives, foam dots, tape, all that good stuff. I also have some kit ephemera there. And then I have some twine there. In this container or drawer, I have my glue gun and not very many things. I've got rid of quite a bit of stuff last year. Below that is Christmas. Don't even need to open that. And below that is some personal items. Pardon me. So now we go on to the left side of the closet. Up top, I have one of those cube storage containers, which I have filled with some little containers that I got at Daiso that hold different collections. Anna Griffin, Vicki Boutin, Anna Griffin, Simple Stories. I have a container there full of my ribbon. This is all the ribbon I had. I used to have 2 containers, but I got rid of a lot of the ribbon. I wasn't using it, so I got rid of it. In this container, I have my big jar or big container of art glitter glue and spray glue and some other things. And I have some books over there. Below that, I have some mailing items and also some plastic sheets for my cards. And then also that's my stamp collection. And over here are my punches. These are the only ones I have. There are variations of circles and scallop, and then I have a few that are specific designs, but I use those a lot in making like the cupcake toppers. I have a couple of old school Beanie Babies, one from when I graduated from college, and then the Peace Bear, which I always thought was super cute. Have some spellbinders. I think it's like sprinkle. You sprinkle it on cards. I haven't used it yet. Below there, I have my 6x6 paper and 6x8, and then 8x8 maybe. Paper pads. Have some colored cardstock, 6x11.5. I have my, pardon me, kind of frog in my throat. And then I have my Nina, which I need some more. And then some less expensive, a little heavy cardstock that I use. And then printer paper. I have some of the wall art from Dollar Tree that I use on packaging when I mail it. Below there, I have some container that I've had for years that I purchased from Michael's. I covered it with paper, and it has, on top, it has all of my loose gems, my bling, in these lockable containers. I really love those. And then I have some Anna Griffin card toppers here. This says various sentiments, but it's various junk. Not junk, but I just don't have anywhere else to put it. And then here I have my Altenew alcohol markers. Over to the right here, I have some chipboard pieces. And then here, this is a new containers that I just recently purchased from Dollar Tree that everybody's crazy about. I really like them because they're slim and they hold what I need really well. Those are my flowers and then my bling. And then I had an extra one because I was able to remove the containers I had previously, and I could slip another one in here. This is right now is some foam, but I'm not going to leave that in there. I was just putting that there because I could. Below there, I have extra cutters. I have my button machine. I have some containers holding, brads and buttons and beads. I have my laminator in the back there, hole punch on the right there. And then this thing holds all my, my envelope punch board and other things. On the bottom, I have my card bases on the right there, along with my Martha Stewart large and small board. And then these items here on the left are usually stuff that I use for decorating at work or making things for any decorative items, crepe paper, things like that. Alrighty, so that's the closet. And then we move over to my Raz cart. This holds majority of my stamps, sets, and then it has my oh, sorry, got distracted. It has my oxides, other type of cubes that I have, ink cubes, some wood stamps at the bottom, and it has my heat gun there with my embossing powder. And these containers hold my mini distress inks, And then also I've been purchasing a few of Gina K ink. I love her colors. And then recently I purchased some Catherine Pooler, which are down there at the bottom. You don't need to see them, I don't think. And then we go over to, it's like this rack here. Got it Hobby Lobby. It's some items there from friends. Love the globe. I have my Stampin' Up! Stamps sets here in this container. And then on this side I have my Julie Nutting Dolls, a few other stamps, some small stamp sets, mostly the Mon Fawn little baby stamps. And these are my Anna Griffin, the ones that have the zodiac sign. Love those. We go down, and then here are my die sets. Different dies. A lot of dies. And then I have my little baby sidekick. And then these are the scraps for it, as well as the plates. Over here are my Spellbinder dies, as well as these little photo albums full of sentiment die cuts. So if I need a sentiment real quick, I can go in here and either get the die or the already cut die cut. And so on my Spellbinders, my room is kind of dark, and so I was having trouble reading the names of the die sets, so I put them on each of them now with my label maker, and I can see them better. So all of these containers that I'm using are from the Dollar Tree, and they were green, and as you can see, I painted them, and now they're peeling, which is driving me crazy. So this summer, one of my projects is I will go outside and paint all these again, and then make sure that the sealer that I put on them works. And then below there is my Cuttlebug, as well as the plates for my Cuttlebug on the left. And then I have all of my embossing folders. And so usually what I do is I'll roll over in my chair because I'm so close, pick an embossing folder, roll back, most likely use it on my Anna Griffin Empress machine, and then roll back and put it back in. I can roll my card over to my desk area and have access to all my stamp sets. And these boxes below, these are those large boxes that you can purchase from Joann, and I spray painted them, and they, you know, they're just not holding up. I don't know. I may try again to see if they just can look a little better, but they're due for now. So on the top one, it holds all my Cricut supplies. You can see them down there. Lined up like little soldiers. That's some Cricut supplies. And then in this one, it holds the heat press. So you can see the design of the, the box before I spray painted. And it's cracking off, but it'll do for now. Over to the left, I have a wine rack that I use for some of the larger rolls of vinyl that I have. A little step stool. This area is where I keep all of my planner stickers, everything for my planner in there. Also magazines that I'm, looking at or have. And then old planner that I keep. I always keep the previous year and then switch it out the next year. And then a yardstick. Up top is a bulletin board that my mom started me out with when I was a kid. It's not the same one, but I always have one. So I kind of honor her by keeping up that. And then I have some decorative pieces. So that is my entire room. I'll get up and pan around again. If you have any questions, scooting my chair back in, don't hesitate to ask below. It's a small room. I don't know if I said Told you it's the smallest room in the house, but it works really well for me. It keeps me from purchasing too many items. If I buy a lot of stuff, you know, I have to have room for it. And that means I may have to purge some items because I don't want it to get too junky because I'm in here too much. So no, I enjoy the way I have it set up now. It works for me. I hope I'm not making anyone dizzy. I just wanted to give you one last view of my room. There's my globe. It's a roll of paper that I used at work. For some reason, it's just sitting there. And the planner area and my bulletin board. And then we come back to my work area. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.